Hello guys, Marto here. Today I'm going to show you some basic capabilities of the global information systems. As you know, we are pioneers, so we have had the opportunity to check most of it ahead of time. Okay, now, so you can access the system at alf.iesec.org. At the sign up screen, which is what you see now, you can register. Uh, you need to add an email account, password, and choose committee role and whatever. There is also the login screen, which I'm going to use since I already have an account. Okay, so this is the first thing that you see when you log into the system. As you see, you're redirected to gis.isec.org, and this is the front screen. This is the so-called dashboard that you see that is going to show you whatever you will want to. Today I'm going to show you what is going on in your personal profile. So this is from up here in the top right corner. I have a picture that remotely seems like a dinosaur, I think, but yeah, you can change that. No, it's some kind of an ugly fish. Yeah, so this is what you will see. As you see, it's pretty similar to Facebook. You have a wall and a profile picture and cover picture and whatever, but you also have a timeline in the right side of the screen, which shows you what's going on with your opportunity. Right now, because the system is in beta, there are a lot of features that are not yet implemented, but they are going to be. And this is why actually we are supposed to be testing it, not so much to show whether it works all right, because it doesn't yet, but to suggest new features so that AI and the people who are implementing the system can add them, so that it can be the most useful to us. So yeah, we can add a lot of new features, so we need to suggest them. Yeah, this is something that I need to show you. You can give feedback and suggest new features from the bottom right of your screen with the question mark in a circle. When you click on it, it pops up a message that is, for example, you can you can suggest some features to be added. For example, I would like to have separate timelines if you have two or more opportunities. Yeah, so you can include a screenshot of the page. Just go on next, and you can choose the things that other people have suggested. You can accept them, and if you click I want this, it will actually ask you whether you would want to keep receiving updates about this idea. So yeah, I usually click no thanks because people have very specific needs, and I'd like to have the final product before I make my mind. Yeah, but you need to still send the message to AI so that they know what you liked, what you didn't like. But yeah, this is the um, feedback system, the feature request system to be more precise, and you will get familiar with it if you try and test the system. You also have the option to help choose between features that other people have suggested. So for example, here we have two people that have suggested two different features, and you can choose between two of them, or post your own idea or send a message to AIESEC International. And you also have the chance to, when you pick one of the features that other people suggested, to either just pick it or pick and subscribe for it in the same way to receive updates. So yeah, I'm not interested in this right now. I was going to show you the profiles. I'm clicking on edit profile, and this is what it looks like. If you click up there in the middle of it, in what seems to be very similar to the cover page at Facebook, it will show you help you upload a picture so that you can use it in your profile. And you also see the very basic information, which is the first screen. You have things like name, email, and date of birth, and sex and nationality. Um, The other tabs that you see on the left show you different types of information that you can access at different times, and you need to complete them when eventually the system gets released in the final version. For example, you have the professional details where you can upload CV. You have the location where you choose your home LC, your country, your city, and you have the contact details, which is more personal information regarding how can you be contacted, which is very useful, especially if you're an EP. And of course, if you're on a VIP position, people need to contact you or you're in a GCDP project. You can also see that there is a skills tab which shows all different kinds of skills, which I guess are going to be expanded because at the moment they seem somewhat too not wide enough, and they also kind of lean too much towards IT, which is kind of weird for me regarding when you take into account what's displaying the system. But yeah, you can check it out. For example, I have some skills with the Oracle databases, nothing at graphics and design. I don't do that. There are operating systems. At the bottom of it are personal skills, which are slightly more interesting, and there are also programming skills. And I actually raised the question towards AI whether they are going to have some kinds of tests, because this is something that we heard. So this might be a possibility that we actually test people on their skills, but we'll see about that. At the moment it doesn't seem to be clear. But yeah, you can check it out. You can see what needs to happen. Oh, sorry. What should be added, suggest some other either specific skills or broad categories, because it seems that some of those need to be suggested. There's also the background, which is somewhat similar, but it's only one group of checkboxes, and you can check what's your background. For example, my background is in economics, and I also used to do math and physics in high school. But yeah, this is very specific for everyone. There are also languages, and there are also interests, things like hobbies, like for example, collection, cooking, and whatever you are into doing. So yeah, this is the first draft, let's say, of how the profile editing part of GIS is going to look like. When you are done editing your software, editing your profile, you just click save in the top right of the screen. So you need to scroll up if you're in the bottom of it, which is kind of annoying for me. But yeah, hopefully this will be changed. So yeah, this will show you the changes on your profile, which at the moment you will not be able to see, and they probably won't even be saved since this is a beta version. But anyways, so hopefully you will enter this, you will try this and do all the tests that AIESEC International have sent us, and you will check out all the features of the system so that you're familiar when we are actually implementing it. This has been actually kind of fun for me, so I will take some time at the end of this to show you how I did it. But before this, I'd like to remind all the people from Sofia SU to come to our special GM on Sunday the 20th at 5 o'clock in our office at the Faculty of Economics and Business Administration, and we're going to have a much more detailed training regarding the capabilities of the system right now, regarding what it's going to look like. I will show you more features, so be there. I will see you, and to everyone who is not interested in how I did this, bye. Okay, so to everybody else, since I like doing things like this, I like leaving learning materials to people so that they don't have to try and do this all over again, and we need a system for making learning materials easy. What I use to do this is actually a technique that's called screencasting. You can search a lot of things about it at Wikipedia. That's how I found it. And there are a lot of free softwares, which is what I'm using right now. There is a software that's called ShareX. It is in open source free software, as in free beer, and also as in free speech, which is something that I really like and I try to support, so I recommend it. Even though it's mostly made for clipping parts of your screen, like taking screenshots and things like this, it is also pretty adequate about recording videos as well. I only had some minor problems with setting up my sound, but it's not that hard. It's from task settings and capture and screen recorder options. And for some reason it didn't auto detect my microphone. It was off by default, which was somewhat weird. But yeah, anyways, so this is what I'm using. You can get it from free. The site is called getsharex.com. I recommend it. Try it if you're interested, and I will hopefully see some stuff that you made. Send it to me, do not be afraid. Bye. This was it for me now, and see you on Sunday.